Bucky's is packed as usual. As usual. Even on a regular day, Bucky's be packed. You might catch it every now and then, slow. And that might be between the hours of, say, 3 and 4. Yeah, it's packed. Well, see, they got my favorite gum here, and I ain't had it in about, when the last time I had some of my golden nugget gum? Because it's full of sweet. And Lord knows I don't need it. But I love my treats. Anything in moderation. Like yesterday, I overdid it. I ain't had no business eating 2 Hershey chocolate bars with almond. I ain't had no business. Then I have a nerve to spit out half the almond. And I paid for it that night, though. Last night, I paid for it. Knew my stomach was hurting. But thanks to mineral oil, I always get me a little dose of mineral oil. It's just like castor oil. Because every time, you know what? That's the thing about it. That's why you can't have nothing. Every time, I don't know why, but every time I tell somebody that I'm using mineral oil as a laxative, it's almost they're mad because I use the old school method. Oh, that ain't nothing but castor oil. Can I have some, please? Can somebody have something, please? You can get you a little teaspoon too. But you know what? I just thought about it. That's childhood trauma because I can even remember hating castor oil. But for me to be mature enough to take it again, because I know the value, sometimes people ain't there because of the traumatized way. Because I remember having to line up against the wall. My grandma would give us a dose every year. Yeah, so there, okay, I take it back. I ain't gonna count it against the person because that probably could be associated with childhood trauma. Because I even hated anticipating taking that stuff. But to choose it now must be out of my mind. But yeah, it works for me. Yes, I don't like it. It's no taste to it. It's weird, but what it does besides taking a pill, because you know what, the older that I'm getting, the less medicine I'm taking. And I'm gonna tell you a little secret. When I was at my worst in my life, according to society, okay, God was always with me. When I was at my worst, and I returned in delivered from the world. And I took my first physical. I want this on record. And do you know I was the healthiest I ever been in my whole life? I'm talking about I ain't even had diabetes no more. A1C was like 6. My doctor put a smiley face on my paper. And I'm talking about I got tested for all the STDs, everything, all the way down. I had to wait for the phone call for the all the STDs to make sure everything cleared. She put a smiley face. But that show you God will preserve you. Don't let these humans dictate what you got going on. The healthiest, I'm talking about this including birth, including when I had asthma at the age of 7 to 10. And rest in peace to my mama, but she hated when I used to tell people that when I was young and I smoked weed, that's when I ain't never had asthma no more. I know that's bad. I know that's bad to say. I know it's bad to say. Sorry, Catholics. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's just everybody body different. But all I know is I used to have terrible asthma attacks. With my next breath, I was praying for. People had to pat me on my back when during the attacks. Because can you imagine your next breath you can't catch? Can you imagine that? Even, and guess what? See, that's why you can't count nobody. And I can say it now. When I was pregnant, I still smoked cigarettes. I did. But none of my kids had asthma. Mm. So that's why I say you can't let these humans dictate what you got going on. Because according to a lot of people, especially the people that were closest to me, I wasn't going to see about my kids or do nothing. But here I am today, being the best me I can be today, and wanting to be even better through Christ and Christ alone. Not at least Christ.